Hello? Hey kid, it's me, the doctor! What do you want? I'm playing Persona 5. Listen, I might have messed up a little bit. Messed up how? Well, you see, I was experimenting with mutating pathogens, and, let's just say I think I did my job a little too well. What did you do? Well, I might have started a zombie plague. How the hell did you start a zombie plague? Well, you see, it's quite simple, really. You see, first I take the common cold, and then I mix it up with some other things. You know, some fungus there, some CWD there, some Jello in the mix. Jello? Well, you know, there's always room for Jello. There's no time. Listen, I'm gonna head back to my pocket dimension lab to try to find a cure. You should border up and wait until I come back. Wait, hold up. How fast is it spreading? Did you warn anyone else? Also, it's Halloween. I'm gonna go trick-or-treating and... Damn it. Well, I guess I gotta board up the house. Again. Alright. Got that done out of the way. Guess I'll just, sit here and wait to be eaten by a monster. Man, I just got a weird case of deja vu. Anyway, while I'm here, I might as well play some kind of game. But which game? Well, considering now that there's a zombie outbreak outside, I should probably play a zombie game to prepare. But which one? No, not Dying Light. That game sucks. No, not Left 4 Dead 2. I played Left 4 Dead 1 last year. Maybe I'll save that for the next apocalypse. I know, I'll play a game that emphasizes on communities and working together, and it has a third game coming out. State of Decay. State of Decay was developed by Undead Labs, and they have only really made this game series. They were acquired by Xbox in 2018 when the second game came out. There isn't a whole lot about this game past that, except that it came out in 2013 for the Xbox Live Arcade, which was the marketplace for most indie games ranging from $5 to $20. State of Decay was about 1,600 Microsoft points or $20 when it came out, and it sold 500,000 copies in the first week, making it the best-selling Xbox Arcade game sold. At the time, I couldn't really find an actual list of best-selling games for Xbox Live Arcade. I saw one that said it was like number 13, and another one that said it was like number 6. So I couldn't really find a list that sorted them by sales. So anyway, enough talking about the game, let's actually play it.
Holy shit, man! Holy shit!
Alright, so the game starts like right away with zombies attacking us. Very simple, we just gotta beat them up. Well, already I can say combat is not that great. It's really like most zombie games with a melee feature. You attack the zombie, dodge to avoid getting hit, which doesn't work a lot of the time. Maybe because it seems like the zombie just grabs onto you and it doesn't really have a regular attack. And there's a stamina bar, which for every zombie survival game, it always sucks. The first two people we meet are these two guys, Marcus and Ed. Two best friends who went on a 2-week camping trip, but came back to a zombie apocalypse. But they aren't aware that they're zombies, so really as far as they know, they just killed 3 random people.
What the hell, man? We're gone 2 weeks and what? Everybody takes up cannibalism?
Beats me.
Learning to sneak past some zombies, we end up at the ranger station where we meet Thomas and other survivors, including this guy, who is unresponsive and looks sick, so this guy is definitely going to make it. The first area is just a tutorial island of zombie games teaching you the basics of the game. So much that even your characters are immortal until you leave this area. You get your first 3 possible characters in this game. There's Marcus and Ed, who we mentioned before. The third being Maya, who we find after doing some surveying of the land and hear gunshots in the distance.
I think I've seen enough for now. You hear that?
Gunshots. Yeah. Guess we're not the only ones having a bad day.
And like a sensible person, I promptly waited till I searched all of the cabins in the area. Don't want to go sharing the loot, you know? But anyway, we meet up with Maya, who is kind of not pleasant to talk to.
Holy shit, are you okay?
You mean aside from being lost in the woods, attacked by psychopaths, and watching 2 of my best friends die? Yeah, I'm peachy.
Sorry I asked.
Come from, anyways.
Me and a couple guys from the unit came up here to do some deer hunting.
You in the army?
You don't miss much, do you?
Okay, granted, she just watched two of her closest friends die, but you know, a positive attitude goes a long way. Now that we completed the two objectives, we head back to the ranger station and oh, they didn't make it. I'm so shocked.
Poor bastard. Well, let's see if he's got a wallet on him or something.
What the hell, Ed?
To check his ID, for Christ's sake.
Yes, and it would just take way too long to just say, let's see if he has ID. Oh no, Ed is being attacked by the dead guy. You know, Ed, you should really be more aware of your surroundings. Let this be a lesson to you. Also, this is kind of a thing that always bothers me. How come in zombie movies and games that people don't immediately figure out they're zombies? I mean, I've killed so many of them up to this point, you think they would get the message and avoid the dead bodies. And Ed is acting surprised that he came back to life.
That guy was dead. I swear to God, that guy, he was dead. How the hell does that happen?
If there were corpses walking around eating people, would you not immediately think of zombies? Well, Ed's bit, and now we have to find a way out. Well, there's this truck and a walkie-talkie that Ed got from the dead guy that Ed's friends decided to be dicks about.
Well, I kind of took that guy's walkie-talkie. Maybe we can raise somebody on that.
Jesus, Ed, why did you do that?
I don't know. I figured if he had a radio, there must be somebody on the other end.
What, were you guys just going to leave the walkie-talkies or anything that was going to help you? We spent the first half hour looting everything.
So you robbed a dead guy, and you expect his friends to help us out?
Wait, who says they're his friends? I mean, maybe they didn't even really like the guy.
Dad? Dad, are you there?
Oh, shit.
So, how'd you end up on this frequency?
Just lucky, I guess. It was pretty chaotic up at the lake.
Yeah, just lucky. Definitely didn't pick this up from a dead guy who happened to be your father. No siree.
You're not gonna tell her?
I don't know yet.
Dude, it's her dad.
You want to confess that we killed her father and stole his radio before they patch you up?
Yeah, okay, maybe we leave that part out.
Did you invite these strangers?
Good, you made it.
That one doesn't look so good.
Name's Ed. Pleased to meet you.
Come with me, son. We'll see to those
God
wounds.
damn it! We got enough trouble without bringing in another freeloader to use up all our medicine.
Oh good, we have our generic asshole and a zombie movie guy. Lily shows us around the church, which is the first base you start with in the game.
Well, there's only so much anybody can do with canned soup and pork rinds. Seriously though, rule number one, all the food stays in here and it stays sealed. You wouldn't believe how fast rats get into things otherwise. We learned that one the hard way.
How many people do you have here?
I think you've met just about everybody, except maybe my brother and my dad. They're out scouting for supplies, I think. I haven't heard from them in a while.
Yeah, that is strange. Too bad I don't know anything about that. No way, no hell. Okay, I think now is the best time to talk about it. The dialogue is pretty bad. Almost like a zombie B-movie dialogue kind of deal. So it kind of fits, and that could be charming on itself, but I will admit it doesn't get me interested with this group. There's generic asshole cop, who we mentioned before, generic religious pastor guy.
Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by so doing, some have unwittingly entertained.
God damn it!
Sam, the generic tough girl, and Lily, the generic has no personality and is just in general kind of annoying. Also, with the dialogue and the model movements, it's pretty bad in my opinion, even for an Xbox arcade title. The voice acting seems like there wasn't really too much directing for it.
I didn't want to say this in front of your friend, but fever is a bad sign, especially after a bite. Pastor Will's going to try and get Doc Hansen to come down and take a look at him, but if he doesn't get some antibiotics, he's probably not going to make it. If it comes to that, I promise Alan will take care of him. Bullet to the brain before he turns. It's for the best.
Jesus, Lily, he's not a rabid dog.
Don't you get it? More of us didn't make it than did. We can't be soft-hearted about this. Not anymore.
So to help Ed, we go do a mission to get some meds from a vet clinic along with Alan and Sam. Great. Sam gives you a suppressor, which is great because I have no gun that I can use it for. You can't suppress the revolver, idiot.
Alright, hop to it. Let's get this done and get the hell out. Try to keep the zombies outside, huh?
And who the hell put you in charge?
How about years of experience on the beat, huh? How's that grab you?
I didn't realize the Department of Fish and Wildlife counted as
God
a
damn it!
Damn motherfucker piece of shit. Hole in my fucking rucksack.
So tape it shut and keep loading.
Man, Alan is just working so hard to make us like him, isn't he? How did he not get killed or just kicked out of the group already? My only problem with this level is that they refuse to let you use cars up until later in the level. Not even after you get the medicine. You have to wait till Sam rips a hole in her bag, and then Alan just bolts.
Lose half this shit before we get home.
I'll go find us a ride.
No, goddammit! Cars are too dangerous. Just leave it.
Kiss my ass, Alan. Lily needs these meds.
Fuck you.
Get your ass back here, Alan. Alan!
Alan.
God damn it!
Oh yeah, guys, the car just makes too much noise, but you yelling? Perfectly fine. What was funny was when I got a car and Alan got caught in a zombie horde, and I should have let him die, but I decided to help him out. Delivering the drugs, we find out that Lily also needed the medicine. Oh no, how tragic.
We got your cyclophosphamide, Lily. I didn't see any of that meth or whatever.
Hey, you said we were getting antibiotics for Ed.
Relax. We got those too.
What the hell is going on here?
Okay, look. I've got this condition, lupus. It's chronic, no cure. Without medication, your friend needs antibiotics. I need medicine, so I kinda sent you to a place you might find both.
So, you used me.
I didn't.
Just let me know when you find the doc.
Why is this even an issue? Your character acts like they were being used. But you were getting medicine for Ed as well. What's the issue here? You got that stuff as well. And why couldn't Lily just tell them she needed medicine as well? Would they have just said no? Look, I'll be honest. Your friend needs medicine. I need medicine. This seems like a good way we can both help each other out. Nah, I was okay with looting the entire place for its medicine for one person, but for two, yeah, forget it. Let Ed die. Seriously, why not just tell them right away? It kind of just adds unneeded tension. So one of the key things in this game is that your guy gets sleepy after a while, and you have to switch to another playable character, so Maya for example, and play as them while the character you did play as rests up, heals, and or sleeps. Now you can play the game on any mission as anyone playable, which is neat on paper, but I'm pretty sure that makes dialogue roughly the same with maybe a few differences. For example, Maya is in the military, so I used her to talk to the military guys, and that dialogue seemed to be unique, but other than that, there seems to be no difference. Each character has different stats and skills, but I didn't really notice too much to make up a difference. I mainly just use Marcus or Maya anyway. None of the other characters really interest me, and they're the best starting characters anyway, so unless they die, you don't need anyone else. And yeah, I said that correctly. If your character dies, they die permanently, which is a pretty neat feature. I never really had someone die that wasn't scripted. I think. Again, I didn't really know any of my group members. I think I lost someone late in the game, but that could have also just been an NPC from a different group of survivors. I never bothered learning any of their names. In fact, 2 of them went missing near the end, and I had no idea when and how. The base you start with, the church, is pretty small, and you have a forever dwindling supply of various things that lower each day. Stuff like food, medicine, ammo, building supplies, and fuel. I never found out what the fuel was used for. It just never lowered. I originally thought it was going to be like for cars, but despite being in cars the entire game, you don't use up the fuel. The game states we don't really use cars that much to worry about fuel, which is game speak for they didn't have a fuel gauge mechanic. From looking it up, you use it for firebombs and traps, which I never really used. So for now, you just explore the area, scavenge what you can, help other survivors, and overall deal with the everyday life in a zombie apocalypse. Stuff you scavenge and find out in the world you can give to the camp to get influence. You'll need to use influence to get items from the stash as well if you ever find a better weapon or something. It's kind of dumb if you ask me, but I see why they did it, and it just kind of seemed pointless overall. But you also need to do other things in the game that does make sense. Eventually, we had a call from Lily's brother Jacob, and we have to go save them along with his boyfriend Eli, who's the younger brother of the generic southerner asshole guys in every zombie movie.
Have you seen Dad recently?
No, the last I saw him, he was going up to the lake to look for survivors.
The lake, huh?
The lake. Yeah, that's weird. I'm sure that has nothing to do with me, the guy who said he's from the lake and found the walkie-talkie from a dead guy. Oh, well, better break the news to her and,
Ever since? Anything you want to tell me?
Yeah, I guess it's time. Your dad, he didn't make it, Lily. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I mean, I kind of already knew, but it's good to hear it out loud.
That was it? Man, she took it really well, all things considered. You'd think holding that kind of information that important for so long would get somebody reasonably upset. But oh well, moving on. Now we have to go talk to the military presence in the area and we get some of that great dialogue some more.
Out here ignoring the quarantine orders.
Yeah? Gotta say, I'm surprised to see you standing around with your thumb up your ass while civilians are dying all around you.
You don't have to like orders to follow them.
So what? We're on our own?
Civilian
So the army isn't helping out civilians and is just standing around, basically because, well, let's face it, they're the government in a zombie game. Of course they're not going to be helpful.
I'm the government, I'm the government, I'm the reason nothing works.
Any reason why the government isn't just actively shooting the zombies? Why is it that whenever a zombie outbreak happens, the only answer seems to be bunker down and wait till this blows over and people start attacking each other? Wouldn't the better option be to work together and fight the zombies back? If ammo is the issue here, which, let's be honest, it's America, there's probably more bullets than people, you could just make more, couldn't you? Sure, not everyone would be able to make their own, but they do have the do-it-yourself bullet crafting kits. And yeah, it might be time-consuming, but it's the apocalypse, you have nothing but time. Anyway, the army isn't helpful at all, so nothing really changed there. So we head to the Wilkerson's farm to get the doctor for Ed. I brought Maya with me to help out in case this turns into a... Hey, Maya, where are you going? Yeah, NPCs don't help you on missions unless they're scripted to do so, which would have been nice to know before I wasted influence. That also basically means that this option was pointless, but whatever. Now we have to hold the zombies back while the doctor checks on Eli, you know, Jacob's boyfriend. Despite helping him escape earlier, he's still severely injured. But hey, I at least was able to steal all of their bullets for my gun. It was extremely easy to hold the zombies off. After boarding up each window, they never really got inside, and you could just immediately fix it as soon as they break one board down. But it doesn't matter, because Eli still dies.
Maybe sooner. Unless...
No. No way. We are gonna bury Eli. Proper.
bury it and it'll claw its way out.
And what's stopping you from just shooting him in the head and then making a proper burial? But with the doctor, we can now save Ed, who then becomes playable. Great, I'll remember to never play as him. Too bad he couldn't save Eli, who I believe was better off than Ed in all honesty on health. Next story mission, now we have to find another place to live, because this place is getting too crowded. You're gonna need to do this mission first in order to switch to a new place. The first place you go to, you find this guy who drops dead and then reanimates.
What the hell was that?
He turned into a zombie. That's been happening this entire time. How do you not get this? Well, actually, he died from what I think is called black fever, a status ailment that can affect your character, which I never really encountered except for a few scripted events, so I thought it wasn't an actual thing. My guess is because I had the medical center, so they got healed right away if they did get it. So anyway though, through hard work, perseverance, and looking it up online, I found the best place to settle down. It's right here, this trucking warehouse. So yeah, the story is not great. Nothing seems to really be happening up until like the second to last level. We discover that the city hall still has the police and government trying to run the town. By running it to the ground, it seems. By enacting martial law and trying to take away guns and telling us to live our lives like there isn't a fucking zombie apocalypse happening. Come on, government. I know I already used that MST3K clip, but here it is again.
I'm the government, I'm the government, I'm the reason nothing works.
From there, we help out the Wilkersons. Each time they act shadier and shadier. Like the one mission, we have to escort this other group of guys to the meetup. You know, as a third-party neutral ground kind of deal, and
Appreciate you taking care of this for us. Now why don't you run along? You hear me?
oh, you want me to just move along? Well, that seems kinda odd, but alright, I'm just gonna move on and, huh. Well, I'm sure that has nothing to do with me. And look, 3 random bags are left right here where I left the 3 people. That's neat. Anyway, the pastor gets infected from the black fever, and instead of healing himself with a medical room like you can in the game, he doesn't get any better, so Alan shoots him without talking to anybody else about it. Like, immediately after I left the area, not 5 seconds later.
You need to get home right now.
Yeah?
Alan just shot Pastor Will.
Jesus. I'm on my way.
But it's okay, after like a day or two, he gets sick as well and begs us to kill him. I didn't even hesitate. Who cares about Alan? There's a biker gang led by Becca, who is instantly my favorite. They have a neat storyline of like 3 missions, but after that they don't really do anything. The army eventually pulls out, leaving behind generic army guy, who is infected with the black fever, and what starts out the last part of the game. We rake into the final area and find out that the waters have been contaminated with piles and piles of bodies. Were they just dumping bodies in the water? Why do they think that was a good idea? So now we're gonna have to escape the area, because with contaminated water, we're not gonna last too long. Searching the military base, we can get the best guns in the game, the rifles. You can also get them and the ammo for them from the Wilkinson brothers, so you're gonna wanna be in good standings with them. Next mission, you're gonna have to break into the warehouse where they dumped all of their sick, along with all of their ammo and explosives, which makes all the sense. So yeah, shoot your way through, get the explosives, and now we get on to the last level. To prepare for this level, you should really make sure you're stocked up on all of your different various drugs that do the same thing, so why are they all named differently? And snacks to help refuel your stamina, which is Twinkies? I don't know about you, but whenever I eat a Twinkie, I don't feel like running a mile. And to also help prepare, you should give each playable character a rifle to hold on to. They don't use ammo, so you can get away with giving them very little. You do this because on the last level, the game chooses 2 random NPCs to join you, so it's always better to make sure they have a gun. And wouldn't you know it, the game chose the 2 people I didn't give a rifle to. What are the fucking chances? Oh well, last level, a glorified hold them off section that lasts like 6 minutes. The zombies are going to come from each side with special zombies that I didn't even bother talking about because they're not really anything special, coming out once in a while. There's even like a final boss.
Everybody clear? Okay. Fire in the hole!
Well, shit.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
But tragically, the bomb doesn't go off, meaning someone's going to have to sacrifice themselves, with the army guy I'd never bothered to learn the name of sacrificing himself.
In the arms of the angel.
Oh no, how tragic. I will always remember that guy. Well, time to leave and,
God,
What do we do now?
we go to work.
Wait, that's it? That's the ending? No. No, that can't just be the ending. Come on, let's watch the credits. Maybe there's something at the end and nope, that's it. You go back to a previous save before you start the mission. Great, fantastic. They didn't even bother with a closing line. It's just, let's get to work. What's the big reveal here? That the zombie apocalypse happened? God, this was a complete waste of time, and unfortunately, this game sucks, but not completely. As an indie game for about 20 bucks, it isn't really too bad. Again, the story and the dialogue is terrible. Combat isn't too great, and the zombies never really become much of a threat except for the special zombies, which again, are not really that special, so you don't really notice them most of the time. The cars in the game get damaged extremely easy. Running over zombies once just seems like it was enough to make the engine smoke. You can get a workshop that'll repair cars overnight, but just the outside appearance. The engine still smokes up, which tells me that the car health is still the same. So you're mostly just better off getting new cars. And it's not really that long either. I beat it in like 10 hours. But that was like in 3 separate sessions, so I don't think I was able to set a speed run. I don't really want to play this game again, and if you're looking to play this game, I would highly suggest waiting for a sale on Steam or something. But hey, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Maybe you like this game more than I did. And also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out in the algorithm, and it helps you out by letting you know when my next videos are coming out. This game tries to do zombie survival, but it kind of fails on that. It's focusing on community building and having different characters that have their own stats and stuff, but again, it's single player only, so you don't really notice. Maybe if it had multiplayer, the game would have been better. And thankfully, the sequel does have multiplayer, so hopefully that's better than the first one. I wouldn't know, I haven't played it. Maybe next year. That is to say, if there is a next year. Hey Doc, did you find a cure yet? Yeah, change of plans. As it turns out, I did my job a little bit too well, and any attempt to cure it caused the zombie plague to just evolve, so I'm just gonna destroy your universe. What? You can't do that, I live here. Yes, it's a tragedy, really, but don't worry, I'll find another universe to take over. Until then, farewell! Hey, what gives? There was no explosion. Am I dead? Oh, wait a minute, are you Universe 3521? How the hell am I supposed to know that? Well, good news then, that wasn't your universe. False alarm! Oh, well, that's a relief. Wait, what did you mean by another universe to take over? Bye. Well, it looks like the zombie apocalypse was a false alarm, again. I should go take down those boards.